It is I, the one and only. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna message Jamal real quick. I just saw the. Oh, why? Oh, shit. Alright, never mind. Look at that. Alright. I remember absolutely nothing about this case. But it's okay. We will persevere. Alright, let's get this ball rolling. I'm probably gonna look over all my evidence first, so I'm like not gonna be confused. We're gonna be confused. Alright, March 22nd, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Oh, this fucking guy. Adrian did it. That's what it looks like. Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. Alright. Alright, so we have the attorney's badge, the samurai poster, we have our conference ticket, we have the transceiver, which I assume will have nothing to do with anything until later on. There's a lot of stupid camera. It had an article in it. This is the Gossip Land. Actually, I never actually read this, did I? Superstar and ultra hot mega secret love scandal. Reliable sources say that Juan Gordita Crunch has been getting in close with the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars of AA. Okay. There's the hotel guide map. Guitar case. Had some water on it. A wine glass filled with tomato juice that wasn't knocked over. A photo of Juan Gordita Crunch's murder scene. He's dead. There he is. Gone forever, but not forgotten. The suicide report for Celestine Pax and the attempted suicide report of Adrian Andrews. We have Maya, Pearl, Dick, Francisca, Fuckface, Will Powers, a lot of heart, Juan Gordita Crunch, Matt on guard, Wendy Oldbag, Adrian Andrews, and Celestine Pax. She was killed 2D years ago. Okay. Alright. I think I'm up to speed here. I'm certain there's someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Laura, dude, like I said yesterday. I'm refreshing like a refreshing breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. Well, it's almost time. Oh, hey, Mia. We must get a complete acquittal today. I know, but I can't focus on my situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. Beep, beep, beep. Uh-oh, it's him. This is Wright. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney, the day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. Grr. For my sake as well as yours, we must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win this day's contest if you please. Wait! Alright. The kidnapper sent me a present? I'm concerned. I have a feeling this guy really did do it. No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? Alright, here we go, chat. We're in the fray. March 22nd, 10 a.m., District Court to courtroom number 3. Plaque. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, is it gonna... I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor, please be quiet. Bailiff, court is in session. You must tell me something. Please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by... Whoa! Oh, no. That's the present? Shot? Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about. His present? Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage. This is totally insane. Is she alright? I don't have that answer. She's alive in stable condition. That's good. Phew! Uh-oh. Is it who I think it is? Thought he'd show up. Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Francesca Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Aldrith, will be taking her place. Prosecution is ready. Naturally. Oh my god. Whoa! Her right shoulder end is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt on guard. The court acknowledges the prosecution. Right? I finally found the answer I was struggling for my long journey this past year. Uh-oh. He's doing the finger waggle! Case comes to end, you two will know the answer. The prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Witness, your name and occupation. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm detective down at the precinct. For now. For now? After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. Prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yeah, yes, sir. Let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight. Yeah. It would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. Bare facts of the case. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corda, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. That isn't, but it had water on it. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room. Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant went alone to their rooms, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright, time to hold it a bunch. Hold these nuts, bitch. Alright, press. Could you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Okay, pal, the ceremony started at 6 p.m., it ended around 8 p.m., and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later. And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Which is to say the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Found dead in his room. The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct? Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant. She's the defendant Matt Unguard's manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir. So she's pretty late. I wonder if she'll grace us with her presence. When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. On Guard. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. Wait, I didn't know Corda was supposed to be at the show, too. Cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered. Cause of death, wasn't that because Miss Corda was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now, a real pro's attention would be drawn here to this bandana. Bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped right around his neck, sir. Oh, was he fucking choked to death? Seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. Oh! Really? We have a crafty murder on our hands here. Oh, that's his autopsy report. Strangled with a scarf and stabbed with a knife. Interesting. At first we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. Jamie Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. And we couldn't find anywhere at the scene of the crime. Oh, then how about this there? Fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? We thought of that too, but the only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Only the victims? Huh. I see. So much for a theory then. Guitar case updated in the guitar. No, another piece of evidence was updated? However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Well then, where was it? The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Corda, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. Does it mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was out on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. So that guitar case was empty before he got to the hotel. That's right, so... What if the suicide note was inside the guitar and that's what she was looking for? I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt on guard? Because there was a reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. Very well, Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. Why arrest on guard? Matt on guard and Juan Corda were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other's guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off of the ninja costume. It was found in Mr. On Guard's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant brought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. Okay, premeditated. Fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. Bears the victim's blood and On Guard's fingerprints in the grip. Gatewater is engraved. And there's this button. That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And is this button also covered in blood? Yes, and we know that the blood is on it is the victim's blood, sir. What? Was ripped off from the costumes, covered in Corda's blood. Oh man, they're adding a lot of evidence. All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right? I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you'd like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. Damn, dude, they're going at it. Why arrest on guard? Yeah, we're huge rivals. But in terms of popularity, Mr. On Guard won, did he not? Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Gordita was always one step behind Mr. On Guard in everything. This year it seemed like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. Mr. Corda lost the Grand Prix in the end. That is too bad. You must have been pretty downhearted after losing. They each thought that the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. Wait just 1 second here. Mr. guy was beating Miss Corda in the popularity polls. Well, yeah, I guess, but... Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all. Oh, shit. Yes, I quite agree. Well, detective, it's not, well, I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive. Oh, here we go. Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. No, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I look forward to your pension negotiations. No! No, detective, let's continue with the testimony. My poor pension, too. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Yes, sir, we can talk about my pension later, sir. What about what I was saying? Hello, anyone? Button. Where that button belonged to the victim. What do you mean, pal? Oh, let me put it this way. I'm asking if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off of the Jammin' Ninja's costume. No, but I can't tell you by just looking at it. And the victim's blood is on it. Anyone could have smeared the blood on there afterward. Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir. I knew I had to be this piece of evidence now to reel this one in. Thread. Huh? The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match. Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal. That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat. The ninja costume and was found in Mr. On Guard's Hakama. When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Corda, and then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button. Give me 1 second, chat. 1 second. Hold on. Just off my screen, please. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, that's when we found the button. So it was almost immediately after the murder. The police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people. Hey, what is he trying to say about me here? The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. How are the fingerprints arranged on the knife? What do you mean, pal? By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand? Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that. Can't believe this bumbler. Oh, plus, were you paying attention to the testimony right? Defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There's no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. Is the defendant the owner of this knife then? No. Defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. Yeah, this was a premeditated murder even if he bought the knife. Sorry, pal, this isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either. Well, this is not good. If the prosecution can prove it was a premeditated murder, we're done for. Yeah? There's something very interesting about what the detective just said now. Think carefully before it's too late. A button covered in the victim's blood and a knife with unguard's fingerprints. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gavel in closing. In any battle, you must find your weakness. Let's find the weakness. Can't be premeditated. Oh no, we're gonna present the knife. I think. I'm pretty sure it's the knife, but you know, I'm making sure that I don't feel like playing guessing game later. Yeah, it's the knife. It has the Watergate thing on it. Wait a second. What? So the basis of your argument that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand? That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Oh! I don't know what that means. Let's go. Take a good look at the handle of this knife and you'll see what I'm talking about. Huh? Has a Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater. I think I've heard that name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel, the Gatewater Hotel. Uh-oh. Oh! The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Let's go. Yes, that is very true. This is a very big... Oh, here we go. Here comes that Edgeworth charm, dude. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? Oh, no. He's doing the finger waggle, dude. I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I bet this knife is hotel property. There's no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. No. Whimper. The question is, where did this knife come from? Came from his room because he was eating dinner. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. Ate a last meal before he was murdered with this being in the case. But I'd like to draw the court's attention to what on top of the table. There's a knife and a fork on the table. Where in the world did this knife come from? If it pleases the court, I would like to first recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Unmad on guard. Oh boy, especially what was on top of his table. There's something missing, perhaps a single knife. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt Unguard's knife was missing. Irk. Mr. Unguard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. Delete display deadlock. Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant, clear deduction. Seems like Edgeworth had this planned from the very beginning. Must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. A murder weapon with the fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your Honor's time. Although, wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown? It means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What is Edgeworth getting at? What does this defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Oh, well, Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here, that gavel will be ringing out the sound of our defeat. You have... Actually, I do. There's one. One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. Do not feel this trial needs to continue. Okay. However, I'm giving you one chance and only one. What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. Mess this up. It's curtains for all of us. Alright, I'm gonna be a bitch now. I'm sorry, chat. Alright, now then. What is it? Oh, there's so much evidence. Oh, man. I'm not reading chat. Now, we already talked about that. I mean, I can just restart. Like, we literally said before this. I don't know if they would care about Celeste Impacts' suicide. Think here. I don't think the wine glass is it. It doesn't not incriminate anybody. We've already seen this. I know they already showed this. Is it the suicide report? It has to be the suicide report. I don't know what... No, Lotta's camera wouldn't solve anything. Wait a minute. Okay, no, it is missing. All right, that is his button. I see it. I've already seen this. I want to say it's somehow the wine glass and the suicide report. But which one is it? Oh, this is, you know, we're just gonna take a stab at it. She was waiting in the hallway. She would have seen somebody go into his room.
Take that!
I was wrong. Alright, whatever. This game's gonna bust my balls right now. Alright, I'm just gonna try the suicide note now. Alright, I really don't care. Alright, yeah, I don't care. We're just gonna... I will literally try all the evidence, I don't care. I knew it was gonna be the fucking wine glass. I fucking knew it. I should have God. That's so annoying. I should have went with my gut instinct, dude. I knew it was going to be the wine glass. Because it's the only thing they didn't talk about that was relevant to what's going on right now. All right. Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken. This makes up all over his makeup is all over the floor. These are all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, the glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Is it though? Well, what do y'all have to say? Well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth? What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion? You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to that glass. What? Uh-oh. It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrienne Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. It does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright. No, because it's in the photo. Really have set the... There's no way. Trial is over. I could look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct to point with it with certainty. They just might fall for it if you're thought-provoking enough. Defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? So he has anything, he's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. Oh no! Also, hi, deletes. You're not thinking hard enough today, right? Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then, of course it has been thoroughly inspected for its fingerprints. Fingerprints? There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were one of... Oh, man, this is not going well. What? There's Andrew's fingerprints. That's why I said that the person who had to discover the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? Can't believe I fell into another trap. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Gordita Crunch. Saying that his dead body, she was stunned. She set the glass down on the dresser. What you just said makes a lot of sense. Now do you see, right? You can't change any part of my scenarios. It explains everything all too well. I thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor, and from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover. Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. Fortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Another witness? Yes. Bailiff, please bring me in the next witness. What is he doing? He could win right now. What is he doing? Oh, no! No, not her! She's gonna talk so much! Witness, your name... There we go. Gotcha. Oh my god. Edgeworth, you did this to yourself, bro. You could have won. I wonder what happened to that calm composure we had earlier. Oh, Edgy boy, it's been, what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? Oh, you should be more happy to see me. I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet, it was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand. I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm going to tell you anything and everything. Even things that have to do with that terrible crime. Miss Witness, what terrible crime is all this court needs to know? Oof, shush, I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps. Yes, madam. No, please, by all means, interrupt her, please. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please. They say that youth are hot-headed nowadays, not that I mind it at all edgy. Now then, what was I to start with? Well, this was on security detail at the hotel the night of the murder. Is this correct, Mr. Old Bitch? It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan. I didn't think I read that right. It was almost too much for me, for my little heart to I hate her. You mean you were a fan of the victim? Look, everyone's crazy over that on guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me, I wouldn't say anything so silly. Oh, she's still going! After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Gordita. Those two were the same age. Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night. Really? Very well, please tell the court what you witnessed. Leave it to me, edgy poo. I don't like the word edgy poo. What you witnessed. Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. Something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was on guard, mad on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room. So Mr. On guard came out from the victim's room. See? It has to be him. It has to be, he's the murderer. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. What you witnessed. Alright, I just realized something. I gotta check something real quick. Because there's an optional trophy right here that I need to acquire. Hold on. This is for all Judge Wagner. Saw my client? Are you sure about that? Yes, see? Really? Annoying brat. When I say I saw someone, I saw that person. Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Need to avoid a report. Person's clothes. Tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail. What troublesome man you are, really, as if something like that matters. Oh, what it was. Oh, yes, it was that thing. What thing? The other thing, he's always that racing jacket. Detention center, too. That thing meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. System is just now important and relevant anyway. Very important. Because he was supposed to be wearing his costume. He was supposed to be wearing his costume. And perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important. Well, you see it, Mr. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket be appeared in her testimony. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright, witness, please. Oh, well, I don't like to badmouth anyone. Whoops. Alright. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. My bad. You sure the defendant was wearing a racing jacket? What do you think? It's not like I've seen him anything other than that horrible thing. I'm sure he was wearing it. Stayed off the entrance text. Alright, let's just go through the whole shebang, I guess. So, Bag, what was your post on that night? The lobby. I was supposed to help set up the stage. Oh, she was at the stage. Okay. Trifling show. But I refused to help. I was for that lead-headed samurai show. I even took out a few of the nails. It was a good thing the show didn't go on. Besides, the manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard at it without me. So I thought I'd take a break and spread my wings a little. That's when he went to hang around the victim's door. Let me see something here. Let me save. It has to. I know he was supposed to be dressed as a samurai. Maybe I can use the picture? Alright, whatever. Alright, I tried. Alright, so there's no way. Okay, I think it's gonna be. I think this is just one of those things where she's gonna yap every single time I press, and then Edward's gonna be like, "Fuck you, loser." Alright, let's just do this. You're interested in, and just what was that? Some little thing I can just go around telling everyone, you know. It's top secret between me and Juan. Oh, and Edgy Poo, of course. So Edward, what is this thing she was interested in? I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor. Gossip? But should it prove relevant, we could always have it appended to her testimony later. Force it right now. Okay. The witness stay in the victim is near the door the entire time. Oh, then you would tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Cordetta's room, right? I have no idea. I wasn't born so I could count things for those who didn't pay attention in class. That's why ever since I turned 20, I couldn't keep track of how old I really am. Yes, well, that would explain why your age was not included in the report. In any case, the witness then saw someone, correct? Who in the world was that? I'm not allowed to say. This sort of information has been carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The man that came out of Juan's room, yes, he was. Too scared, I can't say his name out loud. What I wouldn't give to have Francisca's whip right about now. Woo! Well, I guess I could tell you, since he was such a bad boy anyway. God damn it, I do gotta present something here. I know he was dressed as the samurai, but how does it want me to prove he was dressed as the samurai? Sure the defendant was wearing a racing jacket? What do you think? It's not like I've seen him in anything other than the horrible thing. Sure he was wearing it. I don't think she's lying. Oh no, I don't know how I want to present this. Because it could be a profile or... Oh, this is so lame. just gonna start using stuff I don't care. I'm gonna start presenting profiles. I don't care. I'm literally just gonna save scum. I'm gonna go take a break. I'll be right back. I'm gonna think about this while I use the restroom. Is this open? Or... Yeah, if it's so huge, why don't I see it? He's wearing this flashy racing jacket. Honestly, it's all just for show. Like, did I not like pick this by accident? Like, he was wearing his costume, was he not? I don't understand. Like, he had, like, I know he was wearing his costume. It's just this game's fucking buffing my balls right now, being like, oh. Like, what is it? I'm just gonna use everything. I don't care. This game is so fucking, like, so fucking complicated for no reason. I'm about to end stream. I don't want to play this right now. I'm starting to get pissed off. I'm fucking not reading chat either. And I'm not getting any hints either. It's either I'm doing this or we're fucking ending the stream. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Because the button was in his costume. That's so stupid. That's right. The button was in his costume. That's right. I didn't think about the button. The whole reason why they think he's the murderer to begin with. You know what this is? See, Chad, this is what happens. I do the investigating yesterday, and then I do the fucking trial today, and I forget everything. That's why if we finish this trial and there's more, I'm just going to end stream. I'm going to finish the game tomorrow in its entirety. It's a button, number 2 on the Jammin' Ninja's costume. No, I know she's an obsessed fan. I found it in a single glance. Give it here, give it here. If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this. No one cares, bitch. She really is a diehard fan. Just want a blood-covered button. A button covered in blood. This button was discovered on Mr. Unguard's body during a full body search. See? See? This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it was that rascal on guard. It was caught up in the pleats of his nickel samurai Hakama pants. Yo, fucking tell her, Phoenix! Fucking stupid bitch. Witness. Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination, but just now, didn't you say that the defendant, Madam Guard, was wearing his usual racing jacket? You fucked, you stupid, dried-out loser. Ah, I'm so sorry. So you judge people based on what they wear. If I wore that... I'm not reading what she has to say. I don't care. She was terrible in the first game, and she sucks now. Are you done? Stupid bitch. For 1 second, so what you saw in actuality was not Mr. Unguard the man. But Mr. Unguard, the Nickel Samurai. But when you think about it, they're really one and the same anyway. This old bag is a very important point we're talking about. Do you think so too? Well, it might be something worth considering. Let's say it's important and agree with me for a change. Witness, think carefully, try to remember as much as you can before you testify. Alright, if you insist. I should be the one sighing, not you. Oh god, I gotta read her shit again? Oh. On guard. Yes, now I remember. Wow, you're such a bad liar. No, that's right. It was the Nickel Samurai I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn that Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. He was strangled. I knew it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume. What? Did you think that there could have been someone else inside that costume? Don't be a bad little boy, think such rude things. This possibility does exist. Ah, young said, I told you, there's no way it was anyone else. How do you know that? Because I said so, and that's what I say is the truth. I will bury you like the skeleton that you are. God, I hate her. All right, chat. We're about the trophy hunt real quick. Fucking, you know, write this down. Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket. Now he's not. Not too long ago. Then let me ask you this: when you were itty bitty, what was your grand dream? Huh? How did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper? My dream, huh? Well, I wanted to be a judge. Be Judge Wagner, hero of the public court. So what? See? And look at where you are now. You're not a Judge Wagner. You are you? Well, what I said earlier. Who puts 28 and things like that? The now is everything, and I can't be held responsible for the past. Yeah, because you have so much of it. Just when did the court become theatrics over testimonies? All that matters is that the man was inside that costume side. Isn't that enough? Yeah! Would have been keeping for him to wear his costume during the murder. Alright, I think it is a slam dunk, but I want to save. Because he was strangled. Alright, fine. Fuck you. I don't care. No, fuck you. Fuck it. Who cares? I'm just gonna save some every time I make a mistake. I don't fucking care. This ain't the GBA. I can do this. So let me ask you one last time. The person you saw, it really was the Nickel Samurai? As showy as ever. I haven't been saying that from the very beginning. Haven't I been saying that? Can I throw in the towel yet? Ain't too hard with this one. Huh? There's a contradiction in her testimony and it's sitting in plain sight. The question is what that contradiction means for us. All right. Let me read very, very, very carefully. Nickel Samurai that I saw. During the murder. This is showed right after the crime, you know. That's impossible. Supposed to go on stage in a friendly Chester thing, and they included the Jammin' Ninja. So, of course, included him. That's why when Guard came out of Dear Juan's room, I didn't give it a second thought. Yeah, Adrian. Oh, which one do I press it on? Adrian is the one that discovered the body. Oh, but what do I press it on? It had to be Adrian. I'm just gonna press Adrian on a bunch of them. We're just gonna see what happens here. I know the answer is Adrian. I just don't know which one actually has the contradiction. So I'm gonna get that health back because I'm not fucking playing. I'm not resetting every single time. Sorry. Alright. Please take a look at this. There, the knife. So it's a knife, big deal. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work. No, that's not my intention at all. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? You don't even have to ask. It's been because of the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Is that what you're driving at? That's exactly what I'm driving at. And then Edward's just gonna be like, "You're stupid. I fucking hope you fall down and scrape your knee." And then I'll be like, "Darn, better move on to the next thing." What are you driving at? Whose car are we driving? If it's tragic, on guard was really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of that. Oh. Is it weird? It has gloves, doesn't it? Oh, fuck me. It has gloves. I get it. Okay. Then it's impossible. Then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on the knife right off. Oh, that's right. The Nickel... Well, he was eating dinner, so his fingerprints are going to be on it anyway. The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. Why would he do that, Edgeworth? That's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard. And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There's no way he would do something like that. However, there's one possibility. Then let's hear your possibility. Oh, they're going at it. Very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai, and that time the defendant had held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off. The murder still did take place. It's well known that there's bad blood between the defendant and the victim. Yes, I have heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? So let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with it? Why would he bring the knife? There'd be no reason to bring the knife. Earlier testimony. What are you babbling about? Hey, let's say suppose On Guard was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's possible for the killer to have gone to that victim's room without intent. Yeah, like, he couldn't bring the knife with him, right? Used by Mr. On Guard at dinner. Yes, we did establish that. Yeah, which means that if my client was, in fact, the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to the visit Mr. Corrida. I suppose, however, you just said yourself, at the time the defendant held no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he? Yeah, that's right. I love what I figured out. He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, I need to drink water. Sorry, chat. Your theory was flawed from the suspicion. Suspicion one. Okay. Murder was wearing the costume at the time of the murder. Then there should be a glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints should have been all over it like bees on... Shouldn't have been on... whatever. I can't read. I'm stupid today. Edgeworth is silent. It means he's about to fucking hit me with, fuck you, scrape your knee. Brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Order. Order, I say. Order in the court. Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? To hide the murder method. Hide the way in which the murder was carried out, of course. More of your nonsense. Take another good look at the autopsy report. The victim actually died from strangulation. The killer tried to hide this by stabbing a knife into the victim's chest. But doesn't the autopsy admit that the cause of death was strangulation? Well, yes. The real cause of death was easily discovered. I say the knife did a terrible job of concealing this fact. Are you serious? This game sucks. Alright, whatever. You know, whatever, dude. I don't care. It's time to frame my client. It's on guard, of course. Frame? Aren't you forcing the interpretation? I can't read today, man. What the hell's wrong with me? I was reading like a champ yesterday. Maybe I'm tired. Just a little too hard on this one. But we just established that the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single... There should... How about that? Is that fingerprint on knife? Grr. Witness? Wouldn't it be funny if she just, like, dropped dead right now? Your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Edgy Poo? Witness, did you or did you not really see the Nickel Samurai? Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but... Are you saying you mixed up Mr. On Guard with the Nickel Samurai, his character on TV? But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Waiting around in front of their doors. Doors? Did I say boars? Oh, God. I think I got to get coffee. This is bad. Delete. I can't talk. It's over. Well, I wasn't waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for sure. I wasn't waiting for the Nickel Samurai. All right, we got to start saving because we're starting to burn through our piss off the judge meter. All right, then. Who were you waiting around for, then? Top secret to outside scrutiny. I have a feeling that you were waiting for Mr. Juan Gordita. Gordita Crunch. Am I correct, witness? The way you think you are a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness. Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? I was waiting around in front of the victim's room, but it doesn't sound like she was waiting for to catch a glimpse. Maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person. It must have been Lotta or Adrian. So I'm just gonna guess. All right. All right. Anyway. All right. Must have just been Adrian. Well, yeah, him, right? Alright, whatever, game. Whatever. I really don't care how much of this I get wrong. Alright, let's go with my first option, Adrian. Who is this person? See, I keep second guessing myself, man. This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. Unguard's manager. But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room? Seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. Oh, this is... I see. It can't be called such a thing. And this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's Adrian Andrews? Without a doubt, the witness thought so as well. Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I could throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then. Witness, what in the world are you? Watch out, Phoenix. I've got a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling. Me too. Some very secret information from a certain source. Oh, I was doing my own little investigation. In secret, of course. But what for? Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that. How will you proceed from here? I really don't want to do this. However, I cannot simply let this point slide. I see. Very well, then, witness, please testify about this secret information. Get ready. Gonna take the wind out of you youngins. Sure, we're all capable of handling this, really. It's not like we're 10 years old. Oh, please leave the helmet on. I don't want to look at you anymore. Oh, our face is back. That Unguard is one evil, evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this top secret, you got that? Nobody else but you may know yet, okay? No, that's not true. Distasteful topic for this court. What? Nobody's above gossip. And isn't there a Alexa, turn off the air conditioner? The truth is never pleasant. Never heard that one before. Mr. Edwards, what about the Adrian Andrews person? We have looked into this matter and found that the truth that the article proposes is, in fact, baseless gossip. The defendant did bear ill will towards the victim, so this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Be careful, the old bag seems rather excited right now. That's right, Regard is nothing but your average foul-blooded youth. Well, the old saying, you gotta burn old bags with fire. Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway in the danger zone. Alright, man, I don't know why you said all that. Wait, what? I'm busy woman tea time to take... And no one else knows yet? That's so, then how do you know this secret information? Oh, well, that's because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it. It's a secret. Even if you drill a hole into my brain, you'll never find out. Why are you looking at me like that? Stop that. I hate to say it, but this is not... I believe she learned it from her, because that was her. That's why she was there.
Take that! Objection!
This game's so annoying, dude. This game is so annoying. Also, I'm gonna reload because I'm not doing this entire fucking thing. Oh, I'm farther back than I thought. That was a mistake. Whoopsies. Alright, we gotta... Alright, my bad shot. Just gonna have to speed run through this for a second. I'm just gonna press all the gossip. I don't really care. I'm trying to save time by jumping to conclusions when I should just be listening to everything that she has to say when I press. I'm trying to cut corners. That's on me. Might be onto something though. Let me look at something real quick. This could be it.
Objection!
No, this isn't it. Alright, whatever. I really don't care. Chapter 4. You're not gonna have any idea what's going on unless I explain it. Alright, we're just gonna hold it with everything. Proof there, that's just slander. But it's true, that woman was getting intimate with poor Juan. Look, it says right here, doesn't it? Manager of the stars of Miss AA. This came from the Gossip Land. Also, hi, Fry. What, are you saying that gossip is all just a pack of lies? What do you know? I suppose next you'll swear to me that the news is 100% truth. Fake news? Honestly, Sonny, you can't discriminate between the news and gossip. Yes, discrimination is bad, Mr. Wright. Thought that he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. Scandal? What do you mean by that? You're a dim-witted one, aren't you? I can't believe you don't know what a scandal is. Honestly, what are they teaching kids in middle school these days? God, I hate you, old bag. I hope you fucking die. No, I wasn't asking you what the word scandal means. Even I know that much. Well, that Elmgard thought he could own a monopoly on popularity. You don't have any proof that Mr. Elmgard did any such thing. You must be suffering from shock, the shock of hearing the truth. And now, oh my god. I feel like I'm talking to a fucking Trump supporter right now. And now, since you're in so much shock, you can't do anything, right? You're right, I can't do anything. But boy, do I wish I could do something about you. Alright, oh, Phoenix, let's just bury her alive. You show me proof that Elmgard didn't bear any ill will towards Juan? Same thing, stuff, dude. You're just giving me a free pass to say whatever I want, whenever I want, silly boy. What do you mean by I took action? Like I already told you, I was lying in wait close to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came out of Juan's room, I was going to capture her and teach her a good lesson, something you youngins need. I'm going to teach her a good lesson? I was going to make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun. Like this. No, stop. Well, it was too bad that woman didn't come through the door that night. What are you talking about? What? I'm busy at the time. The secret information that no one else knows yet. Why does she have a ray gun? Because she's fucking crazy. That's why. What do I have to do with this? Just do this for me. You'll get your reward. Your reward, but you don't leave me much of a choice. Oh my god. Waste of time to focus on the line of questioning. Where did I get her inside information? Did she take her camera? Oh, wait, there was an article inside the camera. Did you take her camera? Yeah, she's the one that stole her camera. That's right. The investigative photographer, a lot of heart. Oh, yeah, so, see, I picked a lot of heart directly before, but I guess I needed to pick her stupid camera. So that's kind of annoying. So I was on the right track. But again, this game likes to be like, hey, you know the answer, but it's not the exact answer that we want for you to prove that you know the answer. Oh, yes, I remember that. Oh, God. That mischievous girl. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such a thing? On a piece of paper, she had written down some of her impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews. Outrageous idea, as you say. No, I said impressions. Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless? That's it. That's the note. Idiot. Stupid bitch. My top secret list of groceries to buy. Yeah, get fucked, loser. You are the one who took Miss Hart's note. I'm a huge fan of wands, that's why. That infamous puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil Unguard. She said so herself. Unguard, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written. You stole her camera, man. Idiot. Stupid fucking idiot. You believe me, don't you? No! Oh my god, I hate you. It's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before. You really should come up with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine. Little piece of paper. I suppose you can overlook just this once. Really sorry. Should I forgive her? No, more pressure, please. Put that up on her now. She'll get away. To find some way to inflict a deafening blow to this prosecution. Witness, you said that I'm gonna save again because I'm a coward and I can't deal with my own actions. The only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct? do you listen? Why do you annoying brat? I saved the piece of paper from the terrible only trash can. That's all. You're lying, damn it, and I can prove it. Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again? This old bag? I don't believe that the note is the only thing that you stole that night. All right, I believe it's gonna be the camera again. Miss Oldbag, that note was with a camera inside its case, wasn't it? A camera? Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, "My sweetie, $1,600 camera disappeared on me." Why, witness? What is it, Gramps? If you have the note, then it only logical that you have the camera too. Looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is this the camera? Is this the camera you're looking for? That's... What? Even though I... Oh, so Fry, now that you're here, I just wanted to show you something real quick, because I want to ruin the tension. So, this first game has 3 games in it. But later on... we got 4, 5, and 6, baby. On standby! Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know? I still eat meals like you, I fall in love and borrow things. Yeah, borrow my ass, dude. So yeah, once you get to 4, 5, and 6, you don't always play as Phoenix. Then you play as his successor, Apollo Justice. I think your definition of borrow is a little off. I saw that woman's business card, and that's when I noticed it said, slime bag, celebrity photographer extraordinaire. Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of picture she had taken. I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things. And you're dressed like an idiot. Bailiff, check the camera's photos. Hurry. Examine them at once. Woo-wee! Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have? There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. Please present it to the court. It is the Nickel Samurai. Interesting. I told you, that's the guy I saw. That proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter. Ah, shit. What does this all mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photo by itself does not prove that the person is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Ungar clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nickel Samurai costume. If that's the case, then this Nickel Samurai is the defendant. Uh-oh. How did it come to this? I think this brings us to the end. We haven't examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright? The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client? What if I just said yes? Just said, alright, I'm done. This photo really is decisive. Then we're done for. But if I raise an objection here and blow it, then I would put Maya's life in jeopardy. One road out of this mess. There's... There's nothing strange with this photo. There's no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. Debunk with a bunker buster? That's what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct? Find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this go by. Where the heck did she take this photo from anyway? Focus. Why can't she take a good shot, especially when it counts? Now then, let's hear your objection. Oh boy, here we go. Alright, I'm gonna try to get this first try. I'm actually gonna think about this. I'm not gonna be a dumbass. Okay. Wait a minute. the wrong room? Oh boy, man. I don't remember what the map looked like, so I don't know which room that is. I'm gonna assume it's the room. I think he was coming out of his own room.
Take that!
Yeah, I didn't think so. Let me look at the map real quick. Oh no, that is Gordita's room. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is his room. Okay. Okay. I just need to see that. All right. Let me try again. Think carefully. No, I don't think I will. I think I'll just keep picking random things until it works. Pick something random.
Take that!
Let me Oh, I think I accidentally got it. I accidentally got it. I just literally picked him just because I wanted to. Which means
Objection!
Alright. It looks like Edgeworth is going to do that thing where he edges all over me, so hold on. Okay. Alright, I can see him. Oh, am I just going to get a... Alright. Yeah. Alright. I just want to look at the Nickel Samurai again. Sorry. It's the feet. They're too short. Their feet should be showing.
Take that!
Yep. All right. Yep. It's the feet. It's the feet. You can see the person's ankles. That would be one thing. However, you can't. And what does that mean? Costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. On Guard. What is the meaning of this? All right. I'm using my... Okay. I'm kind of cooking now. Wonder if we would care to elaborate which actual facts that is. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai pose. Yeah, that's right. Tommy's smart. He's too tall. His feet should be showing. To the area around the bottom of the Hakama. His socks. You can see his socks. Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his Hakama up just up to walk. There was only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. Alright, I think I've turned things around for myself this time. I'm saving again because I'm scared. That's curious. Huh? What is it? He's unusually calm today. That's true. He's just letting the trial run itself as if he's only along for the ride. Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. He doesn't feel under attack, then I haven't damaged his case at all. Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If this person in the photo is not mine on guard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. Figured it would come to this. What are you gonna... Oh, no. Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven that the person inside this costume is not Matt on guard. In that case, who is this a photo of? Oh no. This is such a trap, but this is such a trap, I can feel it.
Take that!
If you want to know who that next samurai is other than this woman, why would you say it must be Miss Andrews when the world points you to her? For starters, she's short and she can freely move in and out of Mr. On Guard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. On Guard that night. And how does that all add up? It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. On Guard's fingerprints all over it. That was used as a murder weapon? Why don't you just say what it is you want, right? It's my last chance to turn things around. Defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Cordita Crunch. Miss Andrews, who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. Order. It looks like this trial has hit most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. This court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony. All right, this is it. But this is kind of bad for us. What do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day. He'll get a verdict today. Oh, that's right.
Objection!
Oh no. I wonder if he knows. I heard wasting such valuable time. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. But we cannot continue due to this unexpected development. Unexpected development? I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. What do you mean by that? And Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoena Miss Andrew Andrews is all. Happening according to plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. What? Uh-oh. Okay, I might have to pee. What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Andrew Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She's the next witness. Everything was planned out in advance by that man. Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over. Exactly. Oh, God. Very well, we will call this next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in the time, Mr. Edgeworth. A 10-minute recess. I wonder if Edgeworth knows that Maya's been kidnapped. Oh yeah, Fry, Maya's been kidnapped. All right, Fry, if you're still here, I'll explain the entire story to you that we have so far in a second. I just gotta go use the restroom first, and I'll tell you what's going on. It's actually a lot more fucked up than you think. Painting your nails? You don't paint your nails. I've never seen you use nail polish a day in your life. All right. So, basically what's happening is the Nickel Samurai guy that is getting framed for his rival's murder. And Maya was kidnapped by a guy who gave us a transceiver saying that we have to finish this entire trial and get a full acquittal in a single day, or Maya's gonna get it. So that's why Phoenix is so desperate to get this done in one day, because it has to be done in one day, or Maya's gonna die. March 22nd, 2:14 p.m. District Court led to submit at Albany 3. Dude, I can't believe that Adrian. No way, not cool and collected. Adrian, not cool and collected. Okay, she is your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. Another person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time. See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your Hakama. Because she was the one that came to wake me up. And dude, you're saying it really was her? Yeah, she is the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Florida. But why? I thought she was buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of the day. Give me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lawyer, dude? You think her motives are related to Celeste Impact's missing suicide note, right? Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impacts as her strength and reason to live. Then Miss Impact suddenly killed herself. Sounded like she left a suicide note and the person thought to have it hidden it. And Juan Gordita Crunch, the victim of the murder, and that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Crunch, all to get the suicide note back. That sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me. What? Who was it that first told us about their relationship? Better stated, Miss Andrews' dependency dishes with regards to Miss Impacts. What is Edgeworth? Like he's still the one in command of this ship. Don't let your guard down yet. We have another long day. March 22nd, 22 p.m. District Court lobby number 3. Court will now reconvene now. Then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court, Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Gordita Crunch's room. Who also looks like Samus Aran for some reason. From Metroid. What is your occupation? I'm the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt Ungard. I see. Now then, before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request. Oh yeah, sure, what is it? I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing. And would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of certain weekly magazine recently. I have no idea what you mean. I had never even heard of Gossip Lane. You're so full of shit, Judge. If the judge was ever crossing... Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim. As I was seeing Mr. Corda, I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. This was a private matter between Juan and myself. This was a fry and bait matter. Oh, what was that? Bait and fry reminds me of fishing. But I didn't kill him. Excusing you of that. I think there's someone who would beg to differ. I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews. Very well, then, witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place. Also, chat, that card's really important. That she's twiddling. It's time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room, and there was his dead body. I was in shock. Is that it? What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. A glass of juice? Yeah, sadly I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of the crime, and I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made. Your Honor? I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Please, Phoenix, she is one cool collected customer and she has the brains to match. Yes, I know. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing. Disrupts her pacing? She's the type of woman who's easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. instant you let up, your offense is the instant this trial is over. Understand? Here we go. Oh, our bar isn't refilled? I should have been more of a piece of shit. Time for that shit. I'm going to get that from this room. Here's a question. Fun fact, chat. They actually censored it. That's supposed to be wine, which is hilarious. Does it have a cork in it?
Hold it!
Huh? There's no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it. Sound like there's any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now. She would not crack so easily. The only way to make her is to keep on the offensive and not let up. The only way that you're going to catch her is with some very strong, decisive evidence.
Hold it!
I'm gonna hold it with everything. He was taking a nap. He was worn out from his mini performance at the Nickel Samurai during the Samurai. That's the Nickel Samurai. Did say he was taking a nap. And I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of his room, yes? Excuse me? What are you?
Objection!
Thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then make sure you have one. Alright, Edgeworth, leave me alone. I know you ain't fucking... Okay. Dawn's room.
Hold it!
Printer correct. One with the knife lodged in his chest. Just like this too. It's open and empty, of course. Then what did you do next, witness? Want to take a stab at it? Alright, there's one thing I didn't do yet.
Objection!
Alright, I'm just gonna do some weird things here. Everybody just stay the course.
Objection!
Everybody just stay the course. I'm trying some things here. Some ideas I have. Because this game likes to be annoying sometimes with the evidence. Alright. I have a feeling it has something to do with this, so everybody hold on. We're gonna do some rapid presentation here.
Objection! Objection! Objection!
I don't have any fucking clue what the contradiction is.
Objection!
Interesting. Let's see what she said with this again. Hold on.
Hold it!
I didn't hold it this one yet. With the other heroes. This show is supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? Press further. Is that the only reason? I beg your pardon? What are you implying? You have a certain goal in mind when you start to get close to him, correct? Perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim. But I didn't have any such intentions in mind at that time. Strong piece of evidence, I guess.
Hold it!
You were in shock? I'm not supposed to be? Sandra's a very calculating person, and despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Corda. One more time. You discovered the dead body of Juan Corda, you were in great shock, and that when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct? And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. It was a complete blank? I didn't think that was possible for you. Why are you rude today? I was so dazed I made one careless mistake, that's one thing. What one thing? Never mind, it's no big deal. Press it! Press it, Phoenix! Miss Andrews? I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. And actually, so would I. Sorry, it's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I knocked the flower vase over. Oh, that's why there's water on top of the thing. A flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? So this mess of glass shards? We got her, chat. It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Why did you withhold such an important piece of information? Sorry. I thought that since this crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess. Looks like another fact has come to light here. Please add this. There's nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. We're in, by the way. What kind of flowers vase was it? was a glass vase and it was fairly big and heavy. Thought it would try to take Juan's pulse, so I set the glass I was holding down on the dresser, and that's when my elbow accidentally hit the vase. That's odd. I thought she has always total control of herself. I think always be mindful of the gap between your perception and reality. Alright, chat. I think we got her. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct? Yes. And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with what I said? It's not some problem, it's a major problem. It's true, on top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, what did it say? Wet with water? Take that, water is take that, water is wet, people. Fuck you. Score 1 for the water isn't wet, people. However, that's exactly what it's so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, that was true. The case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. That's very true. Furthermore, there's one other strange thing about this guitar case. And what was that? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. Or scattered on the floor, and what is wrong with that? The guitar case was open when the vase fell. The glass shards should be inside, not outside the case. Ah! What is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked. It means she was touching the crime scene there, fucking Miles. Is that all? No, think it back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that the vase that she didn't touch anything else. Nig. Yeah, that's right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case. But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. There's no bearing on the case at all. May very well be. However, our case does seem to have no relation to the case, doesn't it? Seems that there's no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you need to hear more details about the guitar case? Yeah, let's testify. Guitar case? I believe that this is a crucial piece of the puzzle. Can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you. You haven't doing this either. Alright, I'll follow along for now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case. Yes, Your Honor. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. Suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know. Okay. Looks like this really wasn't a very important point. It was wasteful. This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting. Edgeworth, I have beaten you in every goddamn case we've ever been up against each other. Stop talking shit like you don't take L's. With your fucking 2-inch wide forehead. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. Using any way to change the topic, a convenient escape for a weak man. Why are you so mean to me, Edgeworth? So tired of it. Alright, we're gonna save here. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. Oh. Come on, fans, we can't afford to let up her now. Wasn't planning on letting up, but she's at her weakest now, so this is our chance. Yeah, if I had a weapon to hit her with. I'm sure a weapon is hiding somewhere in the court record, waiting to be found. So I was a bit dazed. Alright, we're just gonna hold it. During your testimony just now, did you remember those events clearly in your mind? Well, you see. Are you sure you were the one who opened the guitar case? Just waiting for someone to tell her if she should answer or not. That is taking up. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, it was me. Okay, so after I knocked over the vase. So you opened the guitar case then? Yes, well, maybe. Why did you open the guitar case? Huh? I heard his dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think that the first thing you would do is call for help, not open a guitar case. You were stuck here for an hour, Delete? It's good to know. I'm going to do it faster.
Objection!
As the witness had said multiple times, when she found the dead body, she was dazed. So she was dazed and poured herself a glass of fucking juice? Why would she care about the bright red guitar? And back on topic. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. Was it really empty? I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case, the guitar was still inside. Edgeworth, leave me alone. You're a bully. Have a little professionalism. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. The trial should be over in half the time if you would just pay attention. I don't like this judge. He's a meanie. Even I don't know. She was looking for the note.
Hold it!
She was looking for the note. Whoops! Alright, I forgot she didn't talk that long. She was looking for the note.
Objection!
There's no way it's not that. Come on. No way. Alright, I'm gonna present what's her face.
Objection!
I have no shame. I really don't care. Alright, let me think a little bit more about this. Alright, so I have to hit her with evidence.
Objection!
No, that's too soon. I did promise I wouldn't use it though, so. Alright, not that. It's because she was looking for the fucking suicide note, but this game's gonna be like, oh, if you use this wine glass, it'll... Alright, that's probably not the note. It's probably something different. A weapon to hit her with.
Objection! Objection!
So I want that back, by the way. Sorry. I want my one mistake back so I can think longer before having to reset.
Objection!
No way, you're the one who opened the guitar case. Because it would have... Yeah. Why would you say that? It's elementary, my dear. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim. I'm aware, deletes. What is it, Miss Andrews? Shouldn't assume that. I must have left prints just because I touched the case. What do you mean? What did I already tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time? Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time? It was night of the award ceremony, so of course I dressed up for the occasion. Now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves. That's strange, because her prints were on the glass that she poured. A little strange? Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove?
Take that!
Your proof right here. This wine glass. That's right, bitch. Tommy Big Smart. The wine glass? You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Chad, I'm cooking right now. Ah! And if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange? Hey, you put your gloves back on just to open up the guitar case? Oh, her glasses. Oh. Ain't no way that just happened. That was the most anime shit I've ever seen in my life. Order, order, order. Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time. It does play an important role. But it's just an empty case. I wonder if it really was empty, though. The guitar, the bright red guitar, was at the studio. Phoenix, drop all your presumption. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar. You know what I mean? It was bright... Wait, that's not right either. Alright, now I think this is where the suicide note thing comes into play.
Objection!
This is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided... Oh. No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell on to the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I'm sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder.
Objection!
So sure, right? And I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? So as to why the guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder. Can you do that, Mr. Wright? Well, let's just suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not only thing that could have been in the case. Bright red guitar meaning the not only.
Objection!
Did you even say a black guitar? Is that right? I want to say something I didn't intend to prove. Deflate the head of yours. You haven't proved anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside the case at the time of the murder? Whoops.
Take that!
Oh, not too early? Oh, I guess that was too early. Whoopsies. I thought I'm so suicide note pilled right now for this game. Alright, so, okay, let's forget about the suicide note. What was inside the case at the time of the murder? I mean, I know I can do it. I just gotta wait and see. Let me see here. No, that's not it. It was my attorney's badge. No, that wouldn't be possible. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That certainly doesn't matter. Maybe I can't prove it. Maybe it's one of those things where I can't prove it. Maybe the wine glass was in there? No. Let me think. I'm thinking. It has to be something abstract because of the fact that it only takes away one blip at a time. Let me see here. I don't know. What could have been in there, man? Maybe there was an entire human being in there. Maybe he was in there. Oh, shit. I don't know. I'm picking random shit right now. I don't know. I feel dumb right now. It's probably something so obvious. Been in the case. Like it had to be the note, right?
Objection!
Send the pusher theory that the case was not empty. Is that it, right? Didn't say anything. With the heaviers. Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? Oh, it's so difficult. I mean, there's only so many things it could be, so I don't know. Let's just let's try some shit. Maybe it's the wine glass?
Take that!
No, it's not the wine glass. I mean, we're just gonna accidentally get it. Like, this case is starting to kind of not flow very well for me. Like, I want to assume the suicide note was in there, but the game's not making it obvious. It's probably something so abstract and stupid, like the the knife. Nope, not the knife, chat. Don't worry, we're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna pick the case itself again because it'll be funny. I don't know why I picked the case. Oh shit, that's really funny.
Objection!
In case you're fucking have bad eyesight. Alright, let me save. Oh shit. Maybe it was a press conference ticket so he could see himself. Wait. I don't know, maybe the camera? Oh yeah, by the way, I'm not taking that off screen. You did this to yourselves. Oh, we're gonna run out of evidence eventually. Might as well go down the list. Don't worry, chat. We're running out of useful evidence. This is good. I'm gonna pick my attorney's badge next, just to commit to the bit. Oh, what if it? Maybe it was the costume. Maybe I was right. Oh, I was. I was joking about the costume. Oh. Also, give me back all that wasted bar, please. Oh, that's right. So she walked in and then she walked out. But how did the costume get in there? Interesting. Oh, I should be reading that. Is this the picture? It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is... That's right. He didn't have his guitar case at the ceremony. Oh. That's kind of deep, man. That's right. Yeah. He didn't have the hero's very own costume. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Wright, are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that? The insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity. Why is this dog fucking barking? Be right back. You guys, just soak in my greatness. Chat, just know I would take a bullet for this cat. This is my pride and joy right here. Alright, let's go. Chad, you like how I just slung him over my shoulder like that, like he was a sack of potatoes? That's how I carry him around, by the way. I always carry him like that. Rude. I've been doing that since he was a kitten. That's why he's used to it. That's why he lets me do it, because I did it ever since he was little. Because I wanted a cat I could just sling over my shoulder and walk around with. Fry, my cough came back. After being sick. Miss Andrews, put it on to the high, blah, blah, blah. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews? Oh! I refuse to accept you a fairy. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea? It's outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get the shot, correct? You mean this photo? You're weak? Order, order. Looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we? Nice job, Phoenix. Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later. Real murder was hiding inside a costume. But wait a second, Your Honor. Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Matt on guards. Why would something of the defendant's be in the victim's room? Inside the guitar case of all places. True, that is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. Ooh, is it a spare costume? Yeah, that's right, because he was wearing his costume the whole time. Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there was 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel? That's what I'm saying. How do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case? You mean that the victim himself had brought the spare to the ceremony on purpose? Ooh, we're getting deep now. But why? The victim, Mr. Gorida, was Jammin' Ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act? Are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue? Huh? No, I just... Sorry, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai spare costume? Are you sure you can explain this one? I don't know. She's making it sound like I can't. We answer, and then answer with gusto. I believe in you. That's what I think. The reason the victims brought the Nickel Samurai spare costume to the hotel was... Oh no, I don't know. Is now the time for the suicide note? Alright, let me actually think. You should look really carefully at the court record. I wonder.
Take that!
Oh. On the night of the murder after the stage show, Nick Samurai was going to hold a press conference that he wasn't aware of. That's right, he wasn't aware of it. Maybe she was gonna confess to the murderer. Yes, the Nick Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference. Oh, wait, that makes me wonder then. Wait a minute. Heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up right. But what struck me as strange was that Mr. Ungard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. But how can that be? The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida himself. Maybe it was maybe he brought the oh, he was gonna dress as him. Prepared for this that very conference. Mr. Corrida was going to hold the press conference as oh, okay, I was right. Okay. Alright, I wasn't sure at first. I thought she was gonna like confess. Well, okay. Nico Samurai held a conference, but why would the victim do such a thing? That's something I don't quite know yet, however. What I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at the conference. Nico Samurai was going to confess something? If I confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself. Which means that Juan Corrida, posing as the Nico Samurai, is going to speak about Matt on guard. I guess that is what it means. But if that's the case, that's not a confession, that's public disclosure. Miss Andrews? I can see why you are pros at what you do. Pardon me? Yes. Oh, I fucking... Why did it... Oh my god. I pressed A, and it sped through it, and then... Alright, we're never gonna know what she said. It's over. He has to help set it up. So, okay. And the person who prepared the second concert for him, that was also me. You? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going to go down with him. That's what he thought anyway. He was going to ruin him, huh? Looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. What? Do you know what the secret of Mr. Ungard's is, Miss Andrews? That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is. I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone. That's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt after all. Protect Mr. Ungard? Yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behavior. Oh my god, there's more cross-examination. I can't take anymore. Oh, that was a toughie, chat. Remember when I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. How would he know, though? And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, the button and the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to protect him. Okay. This does account for everything. Oh, I am the logical type. We're finally seeing her true self. She is more nervous than a scared rabbit. If the defense can find no fault with this testimony, I am ready to make a ruling. Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine Mr. Wright. Swing to the opposite end of the scale again. Means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down. Detecting Matt. Hold it! Did you say that your intuition speaking to you? Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own. If you want to prove that someone else did something, you need 3 things. 3 things? A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally, decisive evidence. If you think these 3 things through, the answer becomes quite clear. Should have already known that, Phoenix. They didn't teach that to us in school, at least not from what I remember. Can I continue now? Why, though? How would he know he had anything to say if he didn't even know? Would you say this need came from the press conference? Yes, you know why Juan chose that event in that hotel for the conference? Because that was when he could cause the most damage to the public's beloved Matt Ungard. You knew this plan, didn't you, Miss Andrews? Yes, because I was the one who set up the conference and prepared the costume. I'm sure Miss Ungard herself didn't know anything about the press conference. Oh, really? Can you show me any proof that you didn't know about the press conference? You literally just said it! Thing here is that the information was not in your testimony. I agree, Miss Andrews. Please correct your testimony if you please. Alright. Mr. Ungard done something to hurt or betray you personally? Why do you ask? You're the one who whelped Miss Corrida with his press conference. That event was supposed to bring down Miss Ungard, yet you still helped out. The person in trial right now is Mr. Ungard. And the witness is thinking helping the victim was his plan. It's none of her concern. In any case, it means that the defendant had a motive to kill. Why do I keep doing this to myself? He didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. Yeah, you're right. He was sleeping. But didn't you already testify earlier that Mr. Ungard was taking a nap in his room? Are you telling me now that you two was a lie so you could crawl over for Mr. Ungard? I'm telling you anything of the sort. When I went to get him for the show, he honestly was sleeping. However, as to whether he was sleeping the entire time, that I cannot say. I was too busy setting up the stage at the time. I keep trying, but I can't find no flaws with what Miss Andrews has said. I can't say the same for some people who here in this courtroom, however. Glaring straight at Mia. Staring at you, smart guy. Look at me like that, Mia. The evidence, of course, the button and the knife. You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. Fingerprints on the knives could very well be a clever camouflage. Then what about the button? The button? It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and the murderer fought. During the fight, the killer ripped the button from the Jammin' Ninja's costume. Talking about this button, correct? That button was found in the pleats of Matt's Hakama, isn't that correct? I would think that this makes very decisive evidence. Looks like you were out foxing him, Mr. Wright. Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony. Andrew, for Miss Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony. That's impossible. He was stabbed after the fact. And if he was stabbed after the fact, it couldn't have been during the fight because the button was still attached. Because when you look at the photo, he was stabbed and then the blood got on the button. But he was already dead. Alright. Real question is, which is it? Is it going to be the button or the crime photo? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I was wrong? Also could be the autopsy report. Let me try the autopsy report.
Objection!
Yeah, there we go. All right, there's one of those three things. This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf. Strangulation. The knife stab of the victim was done after the fact, had already died. After the victim had already died. And what does that mean? Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it, which would mean that if it was ripped off the costume after the knife was stabbed into the victim. Exactly, which means it's impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle, because the victim was strangled to death in that fight. Chat, sometimes I am very smart. Not always, but when it matters. That's right, Miss Andrews. There is no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was consciously pulled off the victim's already dead body. Order. What is the meaning? What is the meaning of this, Wright? So what if the button was torn off the body after the victim had already died? What does that change? Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve? What purpose? I'm gonna save, and then Edgeworth is gonna be like, no. We know that this button was not torn off during the fight, so the murderer took the time, the effort to purposely rip this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it? Mr. Wright, does this mean? Does this mean that you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? There's only one logical reason for doing something like this. It was to pin the crime on Mr. Ungard. There's no way anyone would put a bloodied button in their own pants. That's right. Mr. Ungard was set up by the real killer, of course. And the real murderer is? Well, Mr. Wright, who's the world is the real killer then? Can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point. Can't let your guard down yet, not until the very end. The person who planned to frame Mr. Ungard is... It was Maya. What if it was Old Bag? That'd be really funny. I'm not gonna overthink this. It's probably Andrews, right? Nobody else fits the bill.
Take that!
Miss Adrian Andrews. I choose you. You are Miss Corrida's killer. Mr. Wright, in a very grave matter, do you have any evidence that supports your charge? Any evidence? All the evidence points to Miss Andrews. How preposterous. You can't stick any of that on me. I can't, can I? Would you care to test me? Then what about this knife? The knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. Ungard, naturally. The knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints could only be taken from his room. The only one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you. Then what about the button that was found in Matt's Hakama? This button was removed from the victim's body after he had already died. The only people who could have done so were the person who found his body or the killer. However, if Mr. Ungard was the real killer, there's no way he would put such incriminating evidence in his own Hakama. This bitch going through her subscription plan. The only person who could have put this button in Mr. Ungard's Hakama is the person who wanted to wake him from his nap, which is you, yet again, Miss Andrews. I see. What about the empty guitar case? There's also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews. No, I do not. That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known that there was just such a costume inside the guitar case? It can only have been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. That person is you, Miss Adrian Andrews. No, Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found on the guitar case, and it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time. That's right. That's because she did not. That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. When I found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked for her why. So to avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. First, she left her fingerprints on the glass to show that, yes, indeed, she was the classic Days discoverer of a dead body. And to top it all out, there is this photo. Photo of the killer as they exited the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on Earth can believe this nickel samurai is Mr. Ungard. He'd be too short for his own costume if it was him. I don't think it was her. This all feels like a fucking setup. Speaking of how tall people are, Miss Andrews, you're also kind of short in stature, are you not? Please stop. Well, how about it, Miss Andrews? Got her this time. Miss Andrews? I refuse to testify. What was that? There's a law. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if I can incriminate myself. You are absolutely correct, Miss Andrews. The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination by allowing a witness to not testify if the testimony can cause damage to themselves. Oh shit. What do you do on the spot? That's interesting. Think back to yesterday, Mr. Ungard's room. It was her. Think hard about. That's what she told her to say. That's what friends have planted this idea into her head. Must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things looked bad. Point, Phoenix, but there's still one thing you haven't done. Something I haven't done? What's wrong, Wright? Are you finished already? Run out of evidence? So humorous, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor, but everything a good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless. Everything you have proven is circumstantial. Circumstantial? You have yet to provide a single piece of definitive proof. Proof that Miss Andrews did in fact harbor a wish to murder Mr. Corrida. I have that proof. Did you want to kill Mr. Corrida? I believe this may lead to me incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering. If you do that, it would be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think? Maybe so, or maybe not. There's nothing to prove it either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence. Somehow, we've landed in the worst possible situation. I think we have reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Miss Adrian has refused to testify, and the defense's theory has not been fully substantial with proof. Nope. That both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter, and at tomorrow's trial. Tomorrow? We don't have it tomorrow. Oh, shit. Getting one more day to live, isn't he? Edgeworth, I know you know who the real killer is. If I don't get the verdict, then But it's impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Now then, this court is... Is it not impossible for this trial to continue? Edwards of the ride or die homie, chat. Let it be known. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you? It's true, Mr. Andrews holds the right against self-extermination. However, if the topic of conversation were something unrelated to the whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony. That is very true. Actually, there's one little thing that I'm curious about. Miss Andrews, when you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice. Yes, and I can't help but think that how unnatural that is. Usually one finds the body, they're shaken up and not stirring a glass of juice. So my actions were unusual, but I've already... Before you speak, I want to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like you to testify to that effect. Testify? Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should be no way implicate the victim. What is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read off of him. Is he a friend or foe? I just don't know. The court acknowledges the prosecution's request, Miss Andrews, if you please. I think, oh man, I'm getting stressed out. When I found the body, that glass of juice, I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. And when he was sitting slumped over and tired, looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over. Yeah, but the knife's sticking out of him, dude. So you poured that glass of juice to the victim. Why didn't you say so in your early testimony? I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial. Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left. Hang on, that brain of yours. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. When I found the body... Alright, we're gonna do a bunch of hold-its. Hold it! But there wasn't anyone else in the room, right? Of course not. Then who did you pour it for? Mr. Wright, there's a rhyme and reason for everything. Can you just wait just a little longer for it to be revealed to you? No more words, Wright. Be quiet and listen. Ugh. So it was a mess. Are you sure it wasn't messy because of your fight with Mr. Corridor? I understand your frustration is not being able to prove your theory. However, before you go accusing people of crimes, go find yourself some evidence. And then, what did you see next, witness? And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired, looking in the corner. Slumped over? Yes, he was just sitting there with his head tilted forward, eyes closed. He really looked like he was sleeping. Is it just me or did that right there sound like a little odd? Yeah, I'm gonna press the knife there. And what did cross your mind? I thought maybe he had smashed everything up in anger because he lost the Grand Prix. Then he felt tired after his rampage, so he decided to take a nap. Yeah, sitting up, huh? Anyways, that's what I thought. I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. Yeah, we'd have a knife sticking out of him, man. There's no fucking way. Thought he was asleep at first. But then the room was in such a messy state, I thought maybe he had gotten into a fight with someone. That's when you went to pour the glass of juice? Yeah, he always had a hard time waking up. So Juan always had a glass of tomato juice to drink. I see. After that, what happened next? He was dead. That's when I knocked the flower vase over. How did you come to realize that he was, in fact, dead? Shook him over and over, but I never got a response, so I set the glass down on the dresser and tried to take his pulse. Shocked, I staggered backwards and knocked the flower vase over. That's what happened? This is what I call it comes down to, huh? This is the absolute end for both sides, and Adrienne is letting her guard down. Now is our best chance to get to kill the... Okay. haven't saved for a while, so I just realized we made a terrible error. Has to be. It has to be the knife. Here, let me see. Was this the one? Oh, it was the one before that. Oh, did I already object that? I don't remember. Unfortunately, we're on our last bar, so we have to keep resetting now every time we have an idea. You had a knife in him? He had a knife in him. Boy. This is so frustrating. It's so obvious he had a fucking knife in him. There's no way she wouldn't see it. It was this one, right? Alright, so it's gonna be that one. It's just a question of what it is. I gotta look at the evidence. Alright, let's save right here because I think this is our moment of clarity here. Let me look here. Unless it's the autopsy report? Or maybe it wants me to show the crime photo. Alright, let's try the autopsy. Of course, it's not gonna even be the knife, is it? This game's gonna be like, oh, why would you think it's the knife sticking straight out of him? Yeah, that's not stupid. That doesn't seem odd. Is this game for real? It's gonna be something so stupid. I already know it. What could it be? God. I'm just gonna let it try everything. I'm over it. It's so fucking. I hate that this game does this, where like the most obvious answer is the wrong answer, and it's gonna be something stupid, and I hate it. Alexa, turn on the air conditioner. I'm literally trying everything. I don't care. I don't care. These games have such ass backwards logic. Siphon him! I've tried all the evidence, actually. I don't think there's anything here that can help me.
Objection! Objection! Objection!
Oh, I didn't realize you could do that. I didn't realize you could use the D-pad.
Objection!
Alright, I guess let's stop this one. Knife? Autopsy report? I'll load again just because I feel like it. I don't care. This is so fucking stupid. There's no reason why I can't use the knife to prove that he was not normal looking whatsoever.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Objection!
I'll be right back. I'm glad you regret it. That's what you get for not waiting.
Hold it! Objection!
I'm just gonna brute force it. I don't care anymore. I'm literally just gonna go through every single option and choose every single thing for every single thing she says, and we're just eventually gonna brute force it, because this is bullshit. I don't like this. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Not on this first one, though. That looks stupid.
Objection! Objection!
Alright, bye, Fry. I don't even know if I'm gonna finish this. I literally just feel like turning it off. I don't want to play it anymore. Because the logic bit for this is so fucking stupid. And I don't want any hints. It's either we're gonna fucking finish this tonight or I'm never playing it again.
Objection!
Yeah, I'm just gonna look it up. I don't care. This is so stupid. I'm not reading chat. I'm not giving you anybody the satisfaction that they told me what the answer was. Alright, Andrews. Trying to move on with my life here. This is such a stupid fucking thing. Alright, looking in the corner. Justice for all answer. This game's dumb. This game's actually bad. I don't like this game. Give me Trials and Tribulations, please. I don't want to play this game. Like, what a fucking red herring. Why did this fucking game, why did he think about this one and make it seem like this is the one that he wants you to present shit for when literally... This game's stupid. This game sucks. I hate this game. I actually don't like this game anymore. Not a fan. This game is not as good as Ace Attorney 1. This game is fucking awful. So honestly, I'm not even gonna read it. I'm just so fucking angry right now. I don't even know what he I don't even know what he said. Oh, it's because I hit R1. This game blows. 2 out of 10. Let me see. Did I get any new subs today by any chance? No. Alright, anyway, let's just finish this. I really don't care. It's a fucking awful fucking Ace Attorney game. No, not at all. Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body. Oh, it's like Tom had the right idea and the game decided to make the evidence that required that on a different fucking slide. Ooh. I love being right, but it being used in the wrong spot. I didn't do anything. I looked it up. I don't care. I already knew. It's just the game likes to be fucking very exact. It's so stupid. Like honestly, no. I want to ruin this fucking moment right now. No. No. I want to ruin this moment right now. Fuck that. Like, why would he say this on this slide? Right? And then for the evidence that proves the point not to work on that slide. It's so stupid. This is stupid. This is awful. This is actually bad. This is fucking awful. Also, fun fact, that evidence can work on 4, 5, and 6. But not the one that, you know, he says, oh, that's kind of weird. This game sucks. Like, Ace Attorney 2, bad. I will never play this again. Actually bad. Actual bad video game. So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him? Like, I cannot wait to play Ace Attorney 3 because I heard that game's fantastic compared to this one. No, not at all. I already read this. I don't fucking care. I just had to get that out. What is the meaning of this? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There's a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Cordetta's chest. You know, the one that Trophy Thomas saw like a mile away, but the game wanted to break his balls for 34 minutes. Nobody who saw that scene would have immediately thought there was a dead man. Oh, wow. You don't say. Interesting. It's like I fucking said all that. But you made it for the wrong fucking... That's well, you see... I'm about to just, you know, chat, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get the bad ending, and then I'm gonna end stream. I'm not even gonna do the good ending. I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted. You know, I'm not even gonna count that, because I knew exactly which evidence was needed. The game just wanted to throw me a bone. And then go nonchalantly go pour something to drink. The point is, Miss Andrews, this one is just now. It was all one giant lie. Oh no, oh, who fucking cares, dude? And this bitch goes through glasses like fucking Velma, dude. And your lie has proven one thing very clearly. That you are the real killer. No! I hope you are the killer. You know, I don't feel bad for you. Thank God. I hope you go to jail, bitch. Like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Matt Ungard, is not guilty after all. But that's impossible. You're wrong. Miss Andrews, try to have some composure. It wasn't me. I wasn't me. I tell you. It was Matt. I swear. He's the only one who killed Juan. But you were the only one who refused to testify. And your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself. That's because, Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you? Refuse to testify. And there is no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Matt Unguard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated. Is it over? I hope it isn't. I hope she goes to fucking jail, dude. I hope she dies. I just want to be done with this game. Ace Attorney 2, hot garbage. This game sucks. Have we found the truth at last? The only thing good about this game is that Phoenix Wright is in it, and that's it. Other than that, all these cases, besides the second case, which I thought was an absolute banger, have been dog shit. What's wrong, Phoenix? Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. Now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't. Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt Unguard.
Objection!
Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time. Yeah, you would say that, edge man. The reason is quite simple. Oh no, he's doing the finger waggle. So excited. This witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth. The absolute real truth? What are you? Witness, don't you understand yet? Huh? I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head, but as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Man on Guard will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party. That's a lie. I don't believe you. What? I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty. What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it? I can't speak about it. I'm too scared. It's Francisca von Karma. Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another. Because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself. Then right now, Miss Andrews is. Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss von Karma. Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, Matt on Guard will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undyingly believes in those words right now and is clinging onto them. Anybody else think Maya's dead? Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? I mean, she's probably not. I'm out of compassion, though. All we have to do now is get our not guilty. That is my only priority. It wasn't me. I'm begging you, please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Well, please, someone help me. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. The court can't continue on like this. However, therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? Right, I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime. Someone else who could have been except for the woman, right? What will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Wright? I have to win a complete acquittal today. There's no way around that. But I can't bring myself to do it like this. I'm not when she's making your face like that. Miss Andrews, I would like to know what you really are hiding. Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing? Sure, Mr. On Guard would get an acquittal, but in this place, you would be found guilty. And is this how you really want this trial to end? To be quiet, how dare you? You're trying to trick me. Thank you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth. You're wrong. Edgeworth. Doing the finger waggle. What a shame. I'd hoped things wouldn't come to this. However, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refused to testify, I feel on my shoulders. I've disclosed this to the court. Stop. Mr. Edgeworth? I'm going to suck back in slowly. How should I put this? She has an illness. And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past. Oh, Edgeworth, really? Stop. Please stop. No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here. How could you, Edward? That's kind of mean, dude. That's the second part of the suicide report, the attempted suicide report. Well, you do now, witness. You know what I'm about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of this pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews. Her dependent nature. Having other people know about it scares her more than anything else in the world. Please stop. I beg you. We'll find out. We'll find out, I'll. She said you would choose death. That is no concern to me. How can you be so cold? However, before you die, I'll pull the truth from your still breathing lips, no matter what I have to do. Damn, dude. Should you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either is fine with me. I'll talk, but please help me. No, nothing matters anymore. Oh. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with a knife and ripped it off the button. That's when I finished and was returning to Matt's room. I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the Nickel Samurai costume. No. With the knife? But why would you do that? Isn't it obvious to pin the blame on a certain person? A certain cowardly man. What do you mean by all of this? It might take a court a little to understand, but... This is the truth. The real killer is Matt, that scumbag of a man. I've never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last... One second. My phone's ringing. Interesting. This game got interesting again. Hold on. This case is still good. 10 out of 10 game. The video. 10 out of 10. So Mr. Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Corda, in the chest with a knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt on guard for the murder. And this is her crime. How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer? Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination. It's my crime. Alright, I think we're almost at the grand finale here. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. But you could tell from the state the room was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say that you did not know he was dead? He had a scarf tied around his neck. That scarf is a part of the ninja costume, so I didn't think anything about it. It was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's when I thought I'd wake him up and went to pour the juice. He was dead. That was when I formulated my plan. What is this plan you had? I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because Juan, he was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point to the world. So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt. So the forged piece of evidence were the knife and the button. First thing that came to mind was to plant the knife. Once I made sure that there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. That was so you could get the knife, correct? The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. Took the knife and returned to the scene of the crime. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped it off the button. So you were the one who stabbed the victim with the knife. It gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. Then when I stabbed Juan's dead body, I suddenly realized something. If I use the button somehow, I can make Matt look even more suspect. So you thought to rip off one of the buttons off and then plant it in Mr. Unguard's coma. Yes, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they? Just when I finished and Juan returned to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. Yeah, what's that? An inconvenience? There was a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway. I'm willing to bet my spikes it was Lotta. There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth. That's Miss Oldbag for you. I'd already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certainly weekly tabloid one, so I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again. That's why I ended up using the Nickel Samurai costume. You're the one who prepared that costume, weren't you? I don't think there's any evidence to put here. She's telling the truth. Juan's guitar case the day before the awkward ceremony, the award ceremony. Did this in preparation for the press conference, correct? Yes, Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there. And what's his secret? That I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in Nickel Samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume. I think we're heard enough. So after that, you went back to Mr. Ungard's room and planted the button into Matt's hakama? Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. And I snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it. My word, what does all this mean? Mr. Edgeworth, is it? The real criminal is Matt Ungard. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk. Francisca, huh? She said that I should under no circumstances confess to what I had done. That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words. Interesting. What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer. Wait, Your Honor. Defense. Oh boy. Right. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything. Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. Cross-examination of the witness is over, and so is today's trial. You couldn't establish that witness, please? The culprit, please let it go, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning. Arrange her detention immediately. This is all. Court is adjourned for today. Whoa. Really? You leave court today. I wonder if I might look at one thing. The card your hand had my interest for quite some time now. What exactly is it? Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this. Although I didn't remember at the time, you asked me about it, Mr. Wright. I remember you just now. I found this in the room. I found this in the room on that day. The room? That day? Yes. Found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there right next to him. Where's the knife in him? Oh, that's right, because she fucking stabbed him after that. Is the victim's body? I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket. But it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right? Yeah, I guess not, but it's still a strange card if you ask me. But as far as the clues to this case, I don't see why. Witness that card. Give it to me. Hurry. Edgeworth? What you have stupidly, inadvertently done? I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. I didn't mean to. What is all it was? Never seen Edgeworth this so emotional before. That card, what in the world is it, and what does it mean? There's more? There's no way. No, there's more. swear all that was one fucking trial? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Alright. So Maya's dead. Bye, Maya. March 22nd. March 22nd, 5/50/2024 p.m. Writing Close Law Offices. Maya. There, Pearls. I can't take it anymore. It'll be alright. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't because Mr. Ungard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Sure, we don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going. You're right. Mr. Maya is in much more pain than I am. Yes, that's right, so... How about you, pal? Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh boy, looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. Just a plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe. Now, I came to talk to you, pal. Alright, chat. Alright, I thought the game was going to end there. But if there's more, there's a chance for this game not to be complete dog shit. Alright. Chat, I think we're going to beat the game tomorrow. But I have to work late. That's the problem. God, that one piece of evidence fucked us over so hard. Like, I still disagree with that. That was kind of lame, dude. Like the fucking I was so right about the knife, man. I was. It's just the game wouldn't let me use it where I thought I needed it. It's so annoying. Like, I'm happy that I know I was right. I'm just mad that the game was making me think I was wrong. You got screwed by the autograph? Did you? I brought it to her because I knew, well, you want to know what it is with deletes? I knew from the first game that her name was Wendy Oldbag. Oh, you didn't get it off the table. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, that trial, that was a little rough. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just that one section. That one section was really bad. Like, I wasn't stumped at any point. I just didn't know... I didn't know what the game wanted from me to prove me right. Tomorrow's gonna be more fun. You know, we'll see. All right. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go tomorrow. I guess from what Deletes is saying is a big day, but I don't know if I'm gonna be I don't know if I'm gonna beat this tomorrow because I gotta. Actually, no, I'll probably stream late. I'm just gonna assume that the golf course will not be long. So, all right, chat. Everybody have a good night. Sorry I was bitching so much, but you know, if I ain't bitching, that means I'm not being challenged. So, in a way, that's a good thing. All right, chat. Bye-bye. Have a good night.